Electricity is an important part of growing the economy, hence the need for a strong body, legislature and judiciary to enforce the NEC regulations and codes made by the regulator, and in entrenching the world best practice of separation of powers, the National Assembly enacted the NEMSA Act 2015. This act is to ensure efficient, stable, safe and reliable networks for electricity supply safety of life and property in Nigeria, electricity supply industry through appropriate and innovative technology using well-motivated workforce.
NEMSA has authority to carry out the functions, but not many people know that NEMSA exists. You heard him say, the CEO said, many people have taken us to court because they're not aware of it. Then when the court interprets, they say, oh, we're not aware. They withdraw the cases. We have won all the cases. Some have been withdrawn because it was out of not knowing that there's existence of the body called NEMSA, whose duty is to regulate these activities.
Addressing the enforcement of technical standards and regulations, and also the conflict of laws between NEC and NEMSA, Senator Gabriel Suswan states the effort of the National Assembly to put up a law that governs electricity sector in the country.
In 2004, when the then government wanted to decouple the sector, they needed an enabling law to allow them to do that. And so what was put in place, the Electricity Power Sector Reform Act, was just for the purpose of that decoupling. After that, one would have expected that a proper Electricity Act would have been put in place because there were new entities completely from the old ones. And so there's no law, as it were now, that actually govern the electricity sector in the country. And so what we're trying to do is to put up an act that comprehensively cover all sector of the power sector. New issues have arisen from those private entities that have been taken over by private companies. And so those issues need to be addressed in the Electricity Act, just as it's done in other climes.
The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer, Peter Ewoso, while stating the new regulations and law, says that from now henceforth, Nigeria Electricity will no longer use equipment running on 415 volts and 240 volts.
So what we have decided to do is to enforce what the regulations say, what the law says. And that is ensuring that from now on, you will no longer be allowed to use any equipment that is going to be running on 415 unless it's already existing in the country. That is, what we are saying is that enforcing it means we are starting from July, that any new equipment that is going to come, that equipment actually is supposed to be maintaining what the law, what the regulation of Nigeria says, 400/230.
The roundtable dialogue, which was held in Abuja, stressed the need for the popularity of NEMSA and the effectiveness for the good of the electricity sector in Nigeria. However, the importance of NEMSA is a critical aspect of ensuring compliance with technical standards, regulations, and safety requirements to ensure a better and safer environment across the country. Mavis Ako, Kaftan TV News, Abuja.